In today's Zoom Marathon Challenge video, I am going to talk about spread and rest operator in JavaScript and what does they do and what's the difference between them. So sometimes we confuse rest and spread operator in JavaScript because sometimes their functionalities are very similar to each other, and the notation of both of them is also same. Like they are both of them are notated using the three dots before them, right? But they basically do and what is difference between them, we will see today, right? Okay, so if I talk about rest operator, then there is a name. There is a reason behind its name. Rest means whatever is remaining. Now, what is its context and how its work, right? So suppose there is a function, right? And so basically, if I tell you in the short, then rest allows you to take care of all the excessive arguments. Now, what are excessive arguments? Suppose you are writing a function and you have provided that it should generally and mandatorily take two parameters, right? It will take two arguments, right? And suppose you want to give four, five, six arguments or even 100 arguments, and you want to handle those arguments, right? But it may variable depending upon situation, depending upon how you call it. It may variable. Sometimes you may call it with two arguments only. Sometimes you may call it with 50 arguments. Sometimes you may call it 1,000 arguments. So how will you take care of those arguments? Rest operator can help you in this. So what does rest operator do? Suppose two arguments you want to take mandatorily means these two arguments will always be there, right? And what you can do, then you can rest the rest argument means you can use rest operator. So how will you use rest operator? Suppose you want to take two arguments necessarily. So two arguments, suppose they are a and b, and after second parameter you will you will write three dots and something name, whatever name you want to give, args or whatever you want. So basically general notation is giving args. So three dots in arcs. So what it will do, it will store all of the excessive you can say arguments in a single array, and it will be iterable, and you can uh, access all of the arguments through that array. So what does happen, that list operators allow you to change the arguments dynamically. If you want to give two arguments, it will accept two arguments. If you want to give 100 arguments, it will give 100 arguments. So what it will do, the first two arguments will be represented by those two parameters which we have made provision, and the rest argument will be handled by the rest operator. So this is called rest operator, and this is use of rest operator, right? And if we talk about spread operator, so what does rest operator do? Rest operator, you know, mm, converts non-iterables into iterables. Arguments but non-iterables, and you are converting them into iteratable means you are converting them into array. Now what does spread do? Spread converts iterable into non-iterable, right? Suppose there is a string. Spread means it spread the thing. Suppose there is a string and you want to spread all the characters in an array. So what you can do now, you can make an array, make a variable inside there will be array, and you can write three dot and name of the string. What will it do? It will spread all the characters of the string in an array and in a single index. So in a single index there will be single character of the string. So in this way you can spread the character of string. You can clone one object into another object using spread operator. Suppose there is object user1 in which there is something name and address. There is another object you can say user2 in which there is address and there is age. Now you can clone object 1 into object 2, so all the properties of object, you can spread object 1 into object 2, and all the properties of object 1 will come into object 2, right? You can you can clone one array into another array. So suppose there is an array which consists of number from 1 to 5. There is another array which consists of number from 20 to 100, and you want mm, uh, uh, all the items of all the contents of first array to come into second array. So what you can do now, at which index you want to get the items of first array, you can write that, you can spread that array in that in of that index in the second array, right? So it will spread the all of the contents of first array into second array. So there is a basic difference between rest and spread operators. Spread operator spreads a thing. You can clone objects into objects, objects into array, array into objects, array into array, right? And with and by using rest operator, you can handle excessive arguments, right? You can access those arguments through an array, right? So this is the difference between rest and spread operator, and this is the example what they really do. So that is all for today, and tomorrow we will meet with another interesting topic related to web development. Till then, stay tuned and thank you for your time.